All right, Clarity. It's been a minute. A little longer than a minute. It's been a hell of an end of the year. And beginning of the year. But I think we're back for a little bit anyway. So I'll get myself on a regular schedule. But I want to talk about something that keeps coming up. Met a lot of people over the last year. Since the last time I really did this. Just in general. I started to focus myself a little differently on how I view people. So, being single in the dating game is annoying, but you start to learn different things, not theories per se, but you figure different things out. So, like, what I want to talk about is the difference between a beautiful person and a beautiful human. I've met tons and tons and tons and tons of beautiful women. Many. Who hasn't? But what is beauty without substance? Pretty boring, pretty nonsensical, pretty useless, in my opinion. I mean, who wants to have a beautiful outside of their house and just dog shit on the inside? That's great if your outside looks great. It's great if the cover of your book is beautiful and it's wonderful and it draws people in. And then you start reading it and you realize it's all pig farts and fairy dust, which makes no fucking sense. And why would it? Why do some people buy the big ass loud trucks? Because they got no personality. No, it's just a show for it. They're just compensating for something. They could be, fucking all style and no substance. I don't really have style, but I really don't give a shit. I feel like I got a pretty good personality, so, take it for what it is. Whether that's true or not, it's on somebody else to tell you, because I really don't care. But, I've met a lot of people recently that I would say, while also beautiful people, are what I consider a beautiful human. So again, a beautiful person is all style, is all outside and figurative and big and flashy and whatever the fuck that means. And then a beautiful human is like the substance to themselves, the heart, the feelings, the drive, like what encompasses their internal nature. And it's so much more important because I've met people that I'm like, oh damn, that girl's so fine. You talk to them and it's like, oh wow, cool. I have a better conversation with fucking bricks than I do with you. Which is basically what I'm doing right now, is having a conversation with bricks. There's nothing but bricks behind this phone, which is hilarious. But I've had better conversations with these fucking bricks and this nature than I have with said beautiful person, hot person, whatever you want to call it. Because you can't just be one thing. You can't really just be looks. Looks are great, but they'll fade. They'll eventually be irrelevant, whatever. And I think KB said it best. He said he was talking about his daughter, and he said, "Don't be a 10 because a 10 ain't worth a dime." And I mean, it's not really worth anything. There's no value to that. Your value is really, just your value is wrapped up in your outward appearance and what you are, what you look like. And then people are like, oh, cool, it's great. You're drawn in to the attractiveness. Like, oh my God, that chick is so fucking fine. And yeah, okay, that's great. And maybe you'll have some fun and maybe you'll have some fun times, but eventually you're going to be sitting there wondering, well, how the fuck did I end up with this goddamn idiot? It's a fucking moron. Or there's no personality to her, or there's no anything, there's nothing of value, of substance. If you decide to have kids, you'd be like, oh, well, she's not a fucking mother. She can barely take care of herself. How the fuck she can take care of a kid? Or her finances are shit, or her car's trash, or you find that you're the one taking care of everything. You're the one doing all of those things. So you're self-supporting a fucking adult child. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. You're literally babysitting your own relationship. And so again, so I said, I'm messing people that I would encompass to be a beautiful human being, and it's outward beauty encompassed with their views on certain things and how they are, seeing those people as parents, or seeing those people with their friends and how they interact with servers and customer service related people, and just how they do everything, how everything that they do, and just how they value life, how they see life, you know how they just appear to be, where it's all humility and grace and taking care of their kids and doing the best that they can and making sure that they just have what they need and they don't need more, and they don't show it off and they don't gloat, and they're just very modest. And I don't mean that in looks. I don't mean, oh, like she doesn't got her tits hanging out type shit. I just mean like just modest, like not flashy, doesn't have to do much, doesn't require you to give you that, hey, look at me, oh, but I'm hot. They don't do any of those things. But and then they're just their beliefs and their thoughts and the things they like, and all those things are just so precious, and they're all pointed toward a certain area. Like it's like it means something. Like it's not just useless bullshit. It's not just, oh yeah, like well, I like cars and I like football because the guys are hot and it's so great. And I'm like, but you don't have a fucking clue about anything. Like there's just no value to anything going on inside. And eventually, not having value to what's going on inside. I know, I went through it. I've documented this before, that I had a ship of useless value that was just like, I look back now and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? But I've now made friendships with people that have value in their lives for themselves. They're not doing anything for me. They're not doing anything. I'm not doing anything for them. It's just friendships with people that inspire and are positive and are happy, and take care of their kids and just try to live life abundantly. There abundantly, not over abundantly. Not, oh, let's go on lavish vacations and do all these great things. I'm going fucking everywhere. This is fucking great. And just live your internet best life while your everything else life just suffers. And especially I have one friend who literally went through absolute hell. It was just like, bad things come in threes, and it was just like boom, boom, boom. Things just started happening. And, it crushed me for her. Super sweet, amazing person. And it just, like watching other, but no matter what happened, she was never different. She was never different. There was no anger or hatred or outbursts that I saw. Not generally in her presence, but just, as far as our conversations and anything like that, like it was always the same thing. It was just, everything's fine. Everything's going to be great. It's going to be okay. I'm a little stressed, but it's all right. And it never changed. That to me is what I encompass a beautiful human to be. A beautiful human is not just, style over substance. A beautiful person. There are millions of beautiful people, but to be an all-encompassed beautiful human to me is just like the most amazing type of person. And when you meet those people, you don't have to be in relationships with them, or you don't have to like chase them down, or you don't have to necessarily be friends with all of them, but they make an impact in your life without having to be like fully immersed in that life. Just their motivation or inspiration, whether subtle stuff, is just so impactful. And it's so wild that those people exist. I say it's so wild. I mean, it's really shouldn't be hard, and it should just serve as a great inspiration. Like, meeting people like that is so great, and it's so wonderful to know people like that, because it just, I don't know, it gives hope to a lot of things. I mean, it's helped me through things. I mean, even just seeing people, my friends that are that way, that go through things, and just, while they might be struggling, you never know. And they never treat anybody differently. And they're still pushing to do everything amazingly and still doing all these things. And they just do them without reproach and with a smile and without complaining, without bitching, without being a victim, without any of those things. That's what being a beautiful human is to me. We need more beautiful humans. I myself need to be better. I won't sit here and sit on a fucking high horse and pretend like I'm, the fucking king of the world, because I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm a guy who fails miserably and gets frustrated easily and stresses out constantly. But if I can do this right here and make one person, understand me better maybe, or even just help them be like, oh hey, you know what, I'm not the only person that goes through this shit. That's all that I can ask for, honestly. I don't know. But be a beautiful human. Don't fuck style. Give a shit what car you drive, what clothes you wear, what your fucking house looks like. I don't give a fuck. I could care less. Personally, I don't give a shit at all. Haven't. Probably will never. But what I can tell you is that I will absolutely care about how you treat other people, how you are in the face of adversity, how humble you are, how you take care of the people around you. And I said families and stuff like that and kids, but that's friendships too. Like, how do you treat your friends? Are you the snake in the grass? When the grass gets cut and your head pops up and you're like, oh shit, they found me. Are you Judas? Usually your biggest ops are a friend. It's crazy. Super crazy. Be a beautiful human. And for goodness sake, just don't be a cunt. Welcome back to Clarity. Let's have some fun this year.